Arsenal have taken their first step in exploring a potential move for highly rated French defender Jeremy Jacquet, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. The Gunners have reportedly made initial contact to express their interest in the 18-year-old center-back, who recently extended his contract with Rennes until June 2029. While a deal is not imminent, Arsenal are keeping close tabs on the teenager's development as they plan for the future. Jacquet is considered one of the most promising defensive talents in France and has impressed at youth levels with his physical presence, composure on the ball, and strong positional awareness. Rennes are keen to retain the youngster's services long-term, as indicated by the recent contract extension, but interest from a Premier League club like Arsenal could test their resolve. Arsenal's interest is seen as part of their broader strategy of investing in emerging talent, with sporting director Edu Gaspar and manager Mikel Arteta both committed to building a young, competitive squad for the long term. However, any concrete move for Jacquet may depend on potential departures in the current defensive lineup. Players such as Jacob Kiwior or Nuno Tavares, who could be sold or loaned out this summer, might influence whether the Gunners accelerate a transfer for the Frenchman. Alternatively, Arsenal could opt to monitor Jacquet's progress for another season or two, potentially targeting a move in 2026. This approach would allow the player to gain more first-team experience at Rennes, while Arsenal continue evaluating their own defensive needs. Although still at an early stage, Arsenal's interest in Jacquet underlines their commitment to scouting elite young talent across Europe. Should Jacquet continue on his current trajectory, he could emerge as a top target for the North London club in the near future. Meanwhile, Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has responded to Arsenal and Liverpool's rejected bid for Alexander Isak, which was turned down by the club's board. He said, "I think from my situation, I am very much removed from everything that is happening back home. I was made aware there was a bid yesterday. That bid was turned down before I heard about it. There are people back in England dealing with the situation." Arsenal preparing £52 million bid for Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze. Arsenal are reportedly preparing an initial £52 million bid to sign Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze before the summer transfer window closes on September 1st, according to journalist Steve Kay. The Gunners are long-term admirers of Eze and are now ready to make their first formal move to secure his services. The proposed offer is expected to include an upfront payment of £30 million, with a further £22 million to be paid in installments over the next 2 seasons. While the bid would fall short of Palace's £68 million valuation, Arsenal remain hopeful that a deal can be struck before the deadline. Eze, 27, has emerged as one of the Premier League's most exciting attacking midfielders since joining Crystal Palace from Queen's Park Rangers in 2020. His form last season under manager Oliver Glasner was particularly impressive, as he registered 14 goals and 11 assists in 43 appearances across all competitions. His creativity, ball control, and ability to operate between the lines have seen him labeled as one of the best midfielders in English football. Despite Crystal Palace's desire to keep their star man, the club is said to be preparing for a possible departure. Reports suggest they are already scouting potential replacements, with Arsenal winger Leandro Trossard named as a possible target. The Belgian international, who joined Arsenal from Brighton in January 2023, could be included in talks, although a direct player swap is not expected. Any deal involving Trossard would likely be negotiated separately. Eze's versatility in midfield and attack fits Mikel Arteta's tactical plans, offering both creativity and goal threat from central areas, something Arsenal could benefit from as they aim to challenge Manchester City for the Premier League title this season. So far this summer, Arsenal have spent nearly £200 million on new arrivals, strengthening key areas across the pitch. However, the club is still in the market for an attacking addition, and Eze appears to be their top remaining target. The North London side are not expected to revisit their previous interest in Real Madrid winger Rodrygo, as that deal has been described as very complicated due to the player's high valuation and Madrid's reluctance to sell. As the transfer window approaches its final month, Arsenal's pursuit of Eze looks set to intensify. While Palace will play hardball over their prized asset, the Gunners' interest is firm, and a resolution could be reached if the player signals his intent to move to the Emirates. Thierry Henry back to become Arsenal manager. He deserves it, says Louis Saha. Arsenal legend Thierry Henry has long been considered one of the most influential and iconic figures in the club's history, and now his former international teammate Louis Saha believes Henry deserves the opportunity to lead the Gunners as a manager in the future. Speaking to Boyle Sports, Saha backed Henry to manage in the Premier League and strongly suggested that a return to the Emirates as boss would be a fitting next chapter for the Frenchman's career. Henry, widely regarded as one of the greatest strikers of his generation, enjoyed a glittering playing career at Arsenal. During his time in North London, he scored 228 goals in 377 appearances, helping the club to 2 Premier League titles, including the famous Invincibles season of 2003/04 and 3 FA Cups. His achievements with Arsenal earned him a legendary status, and he remains a beloved figure among fans. But Henry's talents were not limited to his club career. He also enjoyed success on the international stage, winning the 1998 FIFA World Cup and Euro 2000 with France, as well as the UEFA Champions League and 2 La Liga titles with Barcelona. After hanging up his boots, Henry turned to coaching, taking on managerial roles at AS Monaco, MLS side CF Montreal, formerly Montreal Impact, and more recently with the France under-21 national team. His most high-profile coaching achievement came at the 2024 Paris Olympics, where he led the French Olympic team to a silver medal, narrowly losing to Spain in the final. Despite his varied coaching experience, Henry has yet to be given the chance to manage in the Premier League, a fact Louis Saha believes needs to change. "I would like to see Thierry Henry manage in the Premier League, and I think he deserves it," said Saha. "He loves football so much, and lots of other coaches have got opportunities when he hasn't. He has improved as a manager and did really well with the French under-21s, despite not lifting the trophy in the end. His knowledge is unbelievable, and it would be great to see him managing Arsenal one day." Saha's comments reflect a growing sentiment among Arsenal fans and football pundits who believe Henry's passion for the game, leadership qualities, and deep-rooted connection with the club make him a natural candidate to manage the Gunners at some point in the future. Henry himself has never hidden his affection for Arsenal, nor his ambition to one day return to the club in a managerial capacity. In a 2021 interview with 442, Henry openly expressed his dream of taking charge at the Emirates. "Listen, if you ask an Arsenal fan if they'd like to coach Arsenal one day, they'll say yes," he said. "When I speak about it, it's a utopia. People get carried away whenever I say that it's my club, but I have it in my blood. I'm an Arsenal fan. So if you're asking me if one day I'd like to coach Arsenal, then yes."